All this train we have traveled across and come to this meeting for a call. And thank you very much for that. And this is the 35th General Body of Indian Federation of Small and Medium Newspapers. And it is my privilege that we conducted both the general bodies during our tenure in Bangalore, our hometown and our home state. And it was a good opportunity to explore whatever the best we can get to this federation in southern India. And you all know that in the last 2 years, we have had a lot of hurdles from various sources and corners by our own people, not outsiders. So it has become a hurdle really for the progress of IFSL. None of us are self-centered people in IFSL. We have no self-interest in this. It is in the interest of all the members. Whether he is a very small paper in a taluk or in a gram or in an urban area, we are interested in that man. The last man who is supporting us in every respect. In his support, IFSM is struggling to get whatever the benefit possible from the governments. And on this occasion, I am proud to say that it was a collective effort of all the media organizations in southern India, particularly when we first attended one of the conferences in Puducherry. The government responded. After that Trichy incident, I was having good opportunity to meet Mr. Paneerselvam and requested him. Of course, many organizations in Tamil Nadu had already submitted their memorandums of the writing, and the Tamil Nadu government was good enough to hear our representation also.
Namaskaram. I'm Rizwan Asad, editor of Urdu newspaper and Record newspaper. First of all, I'd like to congratulate the President, Secretary General, Returning Officer of the Indian Federation for Small and Medium Newspapers, and all those that come from entire Karnataka, all journalists, all my colleagues. It gives me immense pleasure to stand here and speak to you the problems faced by journalists and the newspaper owners. If you have an enemy, you want to kill him, don't kill him. Tell him to start a newspaper, he will die a natural death. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ, what problems we as owners facing in the newspaper industry, we know. People tell journalists are very powerful, newspaper people are very powerful. The grass is always green on the other side. All you have come here, all are facing problems. The support from the state governments, respectively, is not there for the newspaper industry, except for some few big houses. As you all know, small newspaper industry owners and publishers are suffering a lot. We don't get advertisements either from the state government, or we don't get any commercial advertisement from anybody. We have to solely depend on the revenues, which whatever the revenue is there through our sales and through marketing. I request Vijay Rauji that this association, which is for small and medium newspapers, we should take it strongly, because a lot of fake journalists, fake newspapers have come. As I rightly said, that once you get your registration from RNI and if your paper is getting printed regularly, we do submit our returns to the RNI every day. We got the PIB which says that your publication is on time and you got that thing. I think every newspaper should be supported by the government. We should get all the facilities where other states like UP, Bihar, and Jharkhand and Delhi, all journalists get their due side, whether it is allotment of a printing press side, or whether it's allotment outside, whether it's a bus pass, now metro pass, a railway pass. we have to get the facility, because the same facility our representative MLAs get. Even after his retirement, the MLAs or the representatives, they get lifelong. It is our money. Why a journalist can't get that same facility? I've seen one MLA who was a one-time MLA from Kolar. Even today he is getting 25 lakh rupees medical allowances. Why? And whose money is getting 25 lakh rupees? He's getting phone calls free. He's getting train free. He's getting air free. Why? Why not we journalists who are traveling day and night to see that the news reaches to our readers? We are doing our honest job, honestly and sincerely. Yes, they are black sheep in the field of journalism. I don't say no. We as a journalist association, we should be disciplined and see that the black sheep is kept out. Lot of fake journalists, fake newspapers have come. We as an association under the president of Mr. Vijay Rao, Jeevan and all dignitaries who are here, we should fight out and see that we get our dues, not only from government, not only from see that we survive. And coming back to discipline, we are journalists. Why should we fight among ourselves? We are getting WhatsApp, don't go here, don't go there. We are all journalists. We got one cause. Our thing is that our industry survives and everybody, whichever paper, I don't say this is a small paper or big paper, all newspapers, everybody has got their leadership, everybody has got their viewpoint and everybody has got their circulation. Sir, Vijay Rao sir, I request you to, sir, I request Vijay Rao sir to have a very, very strong offices in Bangalore and other districts where we have got our Association of Indian Federation of Small Newspaper Offices, and I request Vijay Rao sir to give a letter to the Chief Minister asking him for a place. Everybody has got a place, a small place, office that we can have, so we can sit and talk, interact daily. In districts like Shimoga, Mysore, Hubli, Dharwad, we can have your all small offices, we can function. And so, like if I go to Hubli, I can go and meet our office. If I go to Shimoga, when you come to Bangalore, you give one jaga beko, you need a place. So I think we should have offices, and you make an office in Bangalore with the president, secretary, then you can have a district president, secretary, so that we can become powerful, our voices will be heard and will be taken seriously, and all the people will come to us. They'll say the problem we can solve through our thing. So I think I've spoken enough, and I wish all the best for the future committee, and we hope we do well, not only for ourselves, for the community in particularly, because we are journalists, we are newspaper people. Our job is to see our readers and whoever are there get the correct information, and we should not be misusing our profession. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.
ಈಗ ಸ್ಟೀಫನ್ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಶಿಸ್ತು ಸಮಿತಿ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇದೆ. ಕೇವಲ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇದೆ. ಮುಂದೆ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ತಂಡದಲ್ಲಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಕುಟುಂಬದಲ್ಲಿ ಗುಂಪುಗಾರಿಕೆ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಶಿಸ್ತು ಕಮಿಟಿ, ಬರೀ ಅದು ಕಮಿಟಿ ಆಗಿರಬಾರ್ದು, ಅದು ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇನೆ. ಹಾಗೂ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳನ್ನ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಈಗ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರದಿಂದ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಕುರಿತು ಹಲವು ಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನು ಕೈಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಪರಿಹಾರವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಪತ್ರಕರ್ತರಿಗೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಕೇವಲ ಮಾನ್ಯತೆ ಕಾರ್ಡುಗಳ ಪತ್ರಕರ್ತರಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸೀಮಿತ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಈಗ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಗುರುತಿಸ್ತಿರೋದು ಮಾನ್ಯತೆ ಕಾರ್ಡುಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ. ನಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಅಸ್ಪೃಶ್ಯನಾಗಿ ಗುರುತಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಮಾನ್ಯತೆ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಇಲ್ವೋ ಅವರನ್ನು ಅಸ್ಪೃಶ್ಯತೆಯಿಂದ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದು ಹೋಗಲಾಡಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಘಟನೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಒಂದು ಟೀಮ್, ಗಟ್ಟಿ ಧ್ವನಿ ಬೇಕು. ಧ್ವನಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಪತ್ರಕರ್ತರ ಕ್ಷೇಮಾಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಗೆ. ಅದು ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಈಗ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಶೋ ತೋರಿಸೋದಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಮುಂದೆ ಬರುವ ಕಮಿಟಿಗಳು, ರಾಜ್ಯ ಕಮಿಟಿಗಳಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಈಗ
ಅದು ಇರೋದು ಪತ್ರಕರ್ತರಿಗೆ ಕಾನೂನಿನ ನೆರವು ಕೊಡಲು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ತರಬೇತಿ ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಮೂರು ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನ ಸಣ್ಣ ಪತ್ರಿಕೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಯಾವ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ನೂ ಒಂದಿದೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ PCI ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ನಾನ್ ಅಕ್ರೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಬ್ಬ ಪತ್ರಕರ್ತ ಡೆತ್ ಆದ್ರೆ 5 ವರ್ಷ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ 5 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್
ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು ಬಹಳ ದುಃಖದಿಂದ ಹಾಗೆ ಸಂತೋಷದಿಂದ 2 ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಪ್ಪಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಒಂದೇ ಕುಟುಂಬ, ಒಂದೇ ಮನೆಯಾಗಿ ನಾವು ನಡಿಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಕೆಲವು ಕಠಿಣವಾದ ನಿರ್ಧಾರಗಳನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ರಾಜು ಅವರಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಸ್ಟೀಫನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ನಮಗೆ ಶಿಸ್ತು ಮುಖ್ಯ. ಒಂದು ಶಿಸ್ತು ಕಮಿಟಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಏನು ಹಗರಣ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತನಿಖೆ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಕಾನೂನಿನ ಚೌಕಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ತನಿಖೆ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾದರೆ ಕ್ರಿಮಿನಲ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. ಯಾರೇ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಲಿ, ಅವರು ಇವರು ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಮೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಕೈ ಜೋಡಿಸೋಣ. ಅವರು ಬಹಳ ಉದ್ದಟನದಿಂದ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಬರುವ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರನ್ನ ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಒಂದು ಕೂಡಲೇ ಒಂದು ಶಿಸ್ತು ಕಮಿಟಿ ಮಾಡಿ, ಆ ಶಿಸ್ತು ಕಮಿಟಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ನಿಗದಿತ ಸಮಯ ಕೊಡಿ. ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ ಸಂಘದ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವ್ರದೊಂದು ವರದಿಯನ್ನು ಜನರಲ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಇಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಜನರಲ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಒಪ್ಪಿಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಕಾನೂನು ಚೌಕಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಎತ್ತೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ದೆಹಲಿ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಹಣ ತಿಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯಾರ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ನಿಗದಿತ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರ ಹತ್ರ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಮಾತಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
2022. I thank everybody and I thank the previous to uphold the sense of justice and fair play and conduct the elections in a very fair manner. And I hope I have done justice to the position that I was given. In any case, I would like to announce once again, congratulations Mr. B.G. Vijay, who continues to be the president for the term 2022. And congratulations also to Mr. Lakshman Patel, who is going to be the Secretary General of IFSMN for the term 2020-2022. Thank you, everybody.
I have with me Mr. B.G. Vijay Rao, who has been elected unopposed in the Indian Federation of Small and Medium Newspapers today, 35th AGM. And journalists from and newspaper owners from all over India have been here today. Due to COVID-19, we had a very less members here. And now, our Vijay Rao, President of Indian Federation of Small and Medium Newspapers, will speak. Sir, what exactly is this association of yours and what are you doing?
See, this federation was started in 1985 by like-minded media people, and with an objective of serving the small and medium newspapers, particularly editors and publishers. This is not a reporters body or a representatives body. This is only meant for editors and publishers, and the people are finding it difficult to run the papers off late because of the acute competition in the country, the cost escalation of all the materials, and we are foreseeing many problems right from editing the table to the last reader. And every small paper has got umpteen number of problems, and the available facility from the government is very negligible. And even the people who are running papers for over 50 years, they are not getting the good accommodation in the government. So we expect that government should not only recognize the accredited journalists, but also the papers who have got the RNA registration and running the papers, they must also be recognized and all the facilities should be provided.
So your association caters to all India newspapers, medium and small. So what are the problems faced you have put it to the government, and what is the response? And there are so many fake journalists, fake newspapers coming. How will you curb that?
See, now the government of India is very responsive. When we approached Prime Minister's office, the response was very instant. Similarly, I&B. But the problem is with the media only. See, because of the acute competition, one after the other problems are being created, then solving. Whereas the state governments, they are not instantly responsive. You have to approach 100 times and your files will not move. The red tapeism is there.
Being journalist.
Yeah, I see, for politicians it is very easy to get the things done. But whereas for a media man, because of the red tapeism and nepotism, favoritism in media circle only, it has become very difficult to get the things done. My concern is about the small paper man who runs in a taluka level or in a village level. he is finding it very difficult to get the paper. And what about this cost of printing? Everything has become a problem. And to include in the media list, the state governments have made so much rigid policies. It is very difficult to comply with that. And we are approaching all the government officials and the government to simplify the method. When PIB itself is simplifying method for publishing the papers, why not the state governments? So there should not be bottleneck for anything. It should be eased all the time, and media men should not find it difficult to print a paper or to publish a magazine. So all the hurdles should be removed by the government.